Okay, back to our caliper bracket here. So I get this all jigged up, got it flat, got it square this way. So now I just put the holes in here for do the dowel pin deal here. So I just have to make the hole basically the same as the other side of this, I guess. I haven't measured the depth yet, but it looks like it's the same deal. Ah, no, stuck in there. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so I'm going to make the same hole on this. So the first thing we got to do is figure out our center line here. So I'm just going to get my hole location off of this. And I'll bore into two counter bores in there and we'll call it done. So it shouldn't take too much effort here to do this. Just takes time, not a lot of effort. Okay, so get that up in here a little bit. Let's see if we can figure this out to be. So we're using a drill to find the center location of the hole. It drops in each way. Without dragging, you're golden. Oop, too much. Here's that one. Okay, there's one. Couple more thou. Alright, we're golden. Okay, I got my center on that one. Now I just go over to whatever this is. Let's get a rough idea about how far over it is, and we double check that hole. Yeah, it looks like we're about 4.2 inches, a little bit or so. Alright. Four, 246, so it's probably 4 1/4. Yeah, I don't think a big 4 1/4 out of it. There's 4 1/4. Yeah, close enough. Okay, that's our dimensions. So basically we didn't move it all on this axis. We didn't move it, which is our X. We moved it to Y, which is from here to here. And it's 4 1/4 inches is what the dimension is from this hole to that hole. So now all I can do is figure out what the size of the hole I need is, which just happens to be right here in front of us. So I need to make the hole that size, and I'll have to see if that's the depth I'm going to go, and then we'll figure that out. So that's the next thing to do, and we'll bore it in there. So first thing to do is get rid of this. We don't need it. Okay. These. Okay. Alright, boom. Alright, the problem I got right now is I can't use that because it's bigger than what this hole is. So this is out. We cannot use this bit. We need a smaller diameter one. So use this one. Yep, that'll work. This is a little more trickier to put in because I have to center it. We can handle that. It's a matter of eyeballing the center point. Good right there to me. So basically all we're doing is making this go straight in line with this here, so everything lines up. Okay. Let's see, that might be still too big of a cut. A little bit over 1/2 inch. A little bit over 1/2 inch. Yeah. It's going to be very, very close on that number. Okay. So I'm just going to crank this handle here up and down here, move the table up into the cutter until it starts to cut up here. Right there. Roll this out. Need an actual good caliper. Put on my new caliper. You have to measure the ID when your caliper's not broken. So I use these carbide tip calipers, and when you drop them, they break. So this one here, the jaw broke right here, so can't use it for that anymore, and I need to use that part of it. So we'll pull out the new one. Alright, so here's our new one. It ain't broken. See, it's got good jaws up on that one. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and measure, see how deep this is. So we'll figure out how deep we're going to go with this thing. So it's 165 on that one. It's only about 150 on this one over here, surprisingly. 158 that time. 140. 140, damn, big difference. 150. So these are tapered bottom, they're not flat. Nice. And the diameter is about 563, which is 9/16. So they probably just use a reamer to cut these things. That one's a little bit different, 552. So that's the diameter of this thing. 552 is the diameter of this. Ideally, you want this to be a tight fit, I would think, so you don't lose your button. So that means I need to make it like 550, so it's a press fit. So it's 276. So we can call that 280 thick. Yeah, not quite. So half of 280 is 140, I think. And that's what the depth of this was, 140. Okay, so we need about 140 down. Maybe 145 on the outside, just to make sure you don't bottom out. And that's what we're going to make it. So we're going to go ahead and cut it down 140 thou. We'll do that right here by counting our dial off right here. Okay, that's what we get. It wasn't happy about me doing that. Let's measure our diameter here. About 480. So we got plenty to go on that, so we can bump this up a little bit. An extra 20 or so more. Okay, 4 1/4. Okay. Alright, so I got this set at 145 right here, and we went down 145 right there, so that's good. So now we got to just get the diameter in there we need. Figure out what diameter we need at. About 513 roughly. And we need to get to 550. So that means we got about 40 thou more to go. Not quite 40. 10. There's 20. Now we can use the power feed function. So we're just going to feed right down until it gets that stop. Okay. Hard to measure because I'm too close to the cutter here to read you the measurement. We're about 535 though. Still got a burr on that thing, which means we haven't cut the whole round yet. Okay, there's another 10 right there. Looks like it's not cutting around. Let's see what's going on here. Shape it a bit, looks alright. Looks like the hole's not being cut round for some reason. Or straight. Looks like it's curved. See, we're 568 up there. Why did it cut around like that? The hole's not made like it's supposed to be for some reason. I'm doing my bit. Yeah, it's way big. That's why it didn't look right. So something was fluxing or something causing a problem there. Cut way oversized for some reason. Don't know why it did that. Walking around, something caused that. And we're at 565 at the very top. Way bigger than we should be. So there's 38 there, so another 10 more at least there. I'm not sure why it did that. 5 more. There's 10 more. Oh well. Maybe call it a big time screw up there. So we're only cutting right in the bottom, about halfway down the hole is what we're actually cutting. The top part of the hole's all screwed up. Okay, now we're at 46 right now. 50, there's 50 right there. So they should just drop in. It'll bang in with a little bit of a light tap. Or drop in, I can't get it out. Yeah, it was a little screwdriver I had, something to poke on it with. Use an Allen wrench. There we go. Okay, so now I got to figure out what happened here and don't do it again. Definitely not good what that did. I don't like that too much. Okay, looks like we're at 50. What number went on there? That's a 70. It's 80. 78 and a half is our number. Okay, back it up a little bit. One thing I figured, this thing is just really walking around pretty heavily. Okay, zero this thing out. Zero. Get that out of the way. Bring it down until it stops, and then we'll speed up with the handle over here. Okay. Shouldn't be causing a problem there. Get this out of the way so I can measure this. See what we got. 440, so 100 thou under. So we're definitely not going to be having that same problem again. I still don't know what happened there, but I'm going to do that again. Sure. 0. And we're cutting 50. There's 100. Okay, whatever it's doing it again. Ah, I know what the problem is. Right there. The back side of this cutter is eating up the hole, destroying it. Yep. $480, $4.5. That's 500. Alright, so it's the back side of this cutter is causing our problem right there. That's why it's destroying the hole. See, it didn't start out bad, it got bad as it went in. Okay, so we got to get this cutter out of the way. So I have to grind this back a little bit. It's too close. So, alright. So I figured out what the problem was. I need to fix it. Right there is a whole problem. Alright, so I'm going to go back and grind the piss out of the back side of this thing and get rid of it. This has been recut for getting these tight areas, but I didn't cut enough. I'll be back. Okay, I ground that whole corner away, the whole back side there. So hopefully that gives me enough clearance it won't dig in and screw up the hole like it was doing. So now we get to find out. If I didn't grind enough, I'll have to go back and grind it again. Bad part is I don't know how deep I am right now, so we'll have to figure that one out. Looks like we're a little bit close on the back side. So I'm going to take quite enough material off. So I ground a bunch off of here, so I'm not too bad there, but we're getting real tight right in here now. So we're going to go back and take some more material off. Didn't take off enough. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, I just did a light cut here. Gotta try to figure out where my depth is at right now. It's gonna measure that. I gotta knock this burr off on top because once again, like I said, chewed it up there. We now have a lot of clearance on the back side of this cutter now, so it won't be cutting on that spot anymore. Cut away pretty good there. Should have destroyed this one a little bit, but luckily only half the hole got screwed up. Okay, so I'm gonna knock off the burr with a file right now, so I can really touch off my depth of the hole I need. 67. 67. Appears to be 67. Okay. So we're at 67, so I'm going to go ahead and mark this down here at 67. So I know where I'm at right now. Ah, you bastard. Moved on me. Okay, I'll have to retouch that up now. Okay. Let's go ahead and redo this up here. So we gotta figure out where we're having this hole right now. A little lost, so we'll figure it out here in a minute. Let's see, if I mark it with a little piece of red, here I can see it when it hits. Ah, can't get in there. That's my diameter out while I'm at it. 489. Until the red disappears. Right there. 68 will work. A little bit of protesting going on there. There's 120 right there. Okay, let's see if we're actually at 120 here. Nope, we're at 108. Yep. 107. Running a depth stop right there. 107 seems to be the number. Okay, so 107. So we're not at 120. So this thing moved up on me, so it gave me a false number. Yes, that didn't work. I'm gonna redo this whole thing again. I should have re-bumped it off first. Okay, there's 0. All right, I'm gonna try this again. I didn't let this thing re-bump off. I'm just gonna cut here. Do another cut. Do 10 more. Do 130. Bump off one more time. Okay. So now let's see how close we are to 130. We're 128. Check it again. 26. Hold this thing straight. 24. We're in a high spot right now. Thing must be still rubbing on the backside somewhere. Nope. Leave a little bit of a burr. Okay. All right, 129, 128, 127. What do we have over this one? We're supposed to be at 140. We are 145 on that one. Okay, so I'm at 27 and 28. We're supposed to be at 30, so we're 2 thou off on that number. We'll go 2 thou deeper. We can do that. Zero that out again up there. Too far. Oop, 0. Okay, so we want 20. We want 45. You go 2 extra thou extra. 47 right there. Should give me my extra 2. Watch it cut 1 thou too much. Yeah, we'll find out. All right. Diameter's 501. So before we were all the way at 78. But I moved this, I pulled this out since I did that number. What number are we at? We're at 20 right now. Go around it. Give a good fair amount of increase. $29. Probably close to 30. We are at 60. We were at 78 before. It was 88. It was 88. Yeah, we'll find out. Go down right there until it clicks off. Pull it up, get out of the way. $50 right on the nut. Okay, that's it, we're there. Where'd my bushing go? Perfect. All right, I can live with that. Ah. Keep stepping on new chips down there. Hmm. 41. No, that's not the right depth. 44 right there. Must get off the burr finally. 42, 43. 45, we hold it square. That's good. Okay. So, I think we got that done. So this one we got a full hole. This one here we got 2/3 of a hole because of the damn cutter. Problem with the cutter screws with you. It's got a lot of rubbage on the back side here where it's not cutting very efficiently. Need some clearancing or something on the backside. The angles are a little off. Or it's flexing real bad. It's probably flexing real bad. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's see, I only got one dowel pin. I don't need to check it. I know what my holes are. I know my holes are accurate. Alright, so that's what this looks like. So now I'm going to do a little detail work on this. I'm going to deburr the corners. I'm going to use my little deburring tool over here. Bang, 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 everything's in the way. So I'm going to sand it a little bit right there. I'm going to go way over here and deburr it. So there's a deburring tool right here. I don't think that did much deburring. That did. Okay, now we do a little bit of sanding. So we go over here and do a little light sanding. Make sure there's no burrs on it. Looks pretty flat. Of course, I'm putting chips over here on my damn table right here. Alright, so I got that all pretty clean. Now I need to blow these holes out and deburr the top of the hole. So I'm going to deburr that with a deburring different tool. Okay, this we don't need no more. These are my good ones. So they didn't get put away. So we don't damage them. Keep prying eyes away from, they'll never know where they're at, right? Top secret, nobody knows where they're at, see? They'll never find them up there. Need one of these tools right here. It's in my way, isn't it? Okay, so like this. More chips on the floor. Where do all those chips come from on the floor? Okay, we need a little small burr here. So just deburr the top of the hole. Like that. Deburrs the hole. Are you blowing up that much? No, it's just me. So you go right in there like that. And it takes the corner off the thread right there. So the first thread now doesn't have a shoulder sticking up to grab a hold of a bolt, so the bolt should go in there nice and easy now. Okay, so you gotta check that out, see if it's gonna work. Take that out. Back over here. Okay, so I'm going to find our studs, which are back over here again. So we keep my studs. There it goes. Okay, so get that mocked up. So you got the bushing right here. And the caliper has a floating one and a solid one. Okay, so this hole here is slotted, so the bushing can go like this for centerline dimension changes. See how it floats a little bit here? It only floats in this direction, not side to side. Side to side it's really tight, because the hole's oval. It's tight on the sides and loose on end to end. That gives you a centerline dimension variable of about 20-30 thousandths this way. So that means they don't have to make this here right on the money. They can be off quite a bit. So this one over here is the one that does our alignment. So this is the one here that's supposed to be in there tight. Okay, now we got to figure out which one that is. Is that our good hole or our bad hole? That's what we got to find out. Now this goes on to the wheel. The rotor's on this side. So this goes on like this. So looks like the bad hole is the one that has the good dowel in it. Figures. So that just slides right on like that. So everything fits up in like it's supposed to. So now you can pull this thing down. You gotta get the correct hardware to pull it down. He should have studs in here, not stupid bolts. Especially on a brake, we don't want it to fall off. But bolts is probably what everybody uses, but it should be studs. And if you have to adjust the height a little bit, you can put washers in here to adjust their height up and down a little bit. Alright, so that should be pretty well good to go for him. He'll have to fine tune on his wheel and figure out his offset for his rotor. And it should work now with the stock rotor, which we haven't checked yet because we haven't brought that wheel back. So the last test is let's go put on the wheel, see if it's going to work. So now we got to figure out what happened to the wheel. It disappeared. Can you roll me over that wheel for the Sportster, that rear wheel?
Yeah, this one?
No.
No, that's...
The fancy one over there with the axle in it?
Sure.
Or where we put it over there? He's hiding it from me. Yep, that's the one. Fancy parts made here.
That's right.
I don't know if it'll work with studs on the wheel though. Okay, let's put on ground down here.
Yeah.
See what we got here. Lean it next to this.
Sure.
Like that. So you pull this out. See if this will fit on here. That goes in there. For me, it's centered right on the money. Yeah. So when you push it in right here, the caliper centers right up on the rotor, so it doesn't drag any. And the pads, looks like the pads are a fair amount off. Trying to figure where they're at here. There's the brake pad at in this thing. That's the pad right there. So it looks like the pad is overhanging the rotor a little bit. So that means this thing can take a little bigger diameter rotor than what we got in here. So you can see you got an 1/8 of an inch gap in there. So this is 1140, so you can put a bigger rotor. I don't know if you can put a full size rotor or not. It might not be enough to put a full rotor on this thing or not, I'm not sure. If you put a washer, spacer washer on here, you can run a later model rotor. If you want this early rotor, the brake pads are going to be overhanging the edge of the rotor just slightly, I think. Which would still work. But, anyway, we'll see what he wants to do. Okay, parts are running around. There you go. So you can put junk on Harley, see? It only takes you a full day to remachine everything. I'm sure that's cost effective. Instead of just putting on a darn brake that fits. Yeah, so instead of doing something that actually fits, you got to take something like this that doesn't fit and make it work. All right, that's it for tonight on that one. Time to get some real work done. Maybe we'll work on that bike. Nah, I don't want to do that. All right, that's it.